Hello, everyone, and welcome to the World Blitz Scrabble Championship. Today is Saturday, March 13th, 2021. It is 2 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, but it is still Friday night back on the west coast of the U.S. where I'm coming at you. My name is Evans Clinchy. Happy to have you with us for this broadcast. This is Week 7 from BlitzChamps. We are getting deep into it. Just a few matches to go before the playoffs, and things are really heating up in all 8 groups of this tournament. Tonight we go to the Buffalo group, where there is a heated race, not just for first place, but for all of the top 4 spots in this group. We've got Edward Oculitz, Chris May, Brian Bowman, and Amit Chakrabarti, all with either 5 wins or 6 going into Week 7. And now 2 of them do battle face-to-face. We got Chris and Amit going head-to-head in this tournament tonight, and only one can win. Really looking forward to this matchup. A lot of playoff implications on the line, obviously. Only 2 out of those 4 guys, Ed, Chris, Brian, and Amit, can advance to the playoffs, and the winner of tonight's match is going to be in a much better position than the loser. That is for sure. So it is Chris versus Amit. Very important match, and it looks like they are just getting started right now, so let's go to the board. All right. Hopping over to wiggles.io and getting ready for game number 1 between Amit and Chris. So the top of your screen, Busker221, is Chris May. Bottom of your screen is Marvin. That is Amit Chakrabarti. So Chris versus Amit. Game 1 underway right now. And Amit has a little bit of an early lead with a X-play for 38 points. He now leads 53-22. So we are underway. Amit versus Chris. Amit looking to get his 6th win of the tournament. Chris looking for his 7th. A lot is on the line with these 2 players doing battle. Hope you guys are all having a nice Friday evening / Saturday morning, wherever you might be in the world. Hope you guys have been enjoying all the content all week long so far. Had a really fun match last night between Pete Armstrong and Conrad Bassett-Bouchard, with Conrad pulling out that one. Had an epic battle between Jackson Smiley and Jesse Day, with Jesse narrowly winning a couple nights ago. There's just been lots of fun action all across the tournament. All 8 groups are really looking interesting with a couple of rounds to go, so enjoying all of it. All right, Amit gets the first bingo of the match. He gets Leaguer for 64, and he has a pretty nice lead here in game 1, up by 81 points, but Cupsier comes down. A big bingo from Chris right back, and Chris takes the lead for the first time. All right, +5 for the challenge for that. So a 15-point lead for Chris now, getting into the middle game with 57 tiles in the bag. Hope my sound is working okay. Let me know if it's too loud, too quiet, too oceanic sounding, whatever it might be. But I believe it's doing a little better than it has been in the past, thanks to the new microphone. All right, so Hen for 16, kind of a low-scoring play for Amit, but he's keeping a good lead. ENST leads to a bingo pretty often. See if he can draw one here. Meanwhile, an interesting rack for Chris. He doesn't have a bingo, but he's got that Z and a pretty balanced rack with it. He's going to play Zine for 44. That's a high-scoring Z play, and it sets up Za as well. We'll probably see some sort of Za play next turn unless Amit gets there first. What does Amit have? He could play maybe Yet in that same spot, making ZE. Might even be something better than that. Let's see here. Okay, Yen. He keeps AGST. Kind of an awkward leave. Probably better keep the N than the T because of the synergy with the NG. But not a big mistake. And it looks like he's going to get hit for 32 points right back by Chris. Bow for 32. Pretty good lead for Chris as well of ADNR. That also leads to bingos fairly often if you can draw a couple of vowels with it. Not a very good draw for Amit after playing Yen. He gets all consonants, including the Q. He'll probably look to unload that Q if he can, but it's going to be hard to do on this board, if not altogether impossible. I guess he could play Cats and Tutus. Oh, he's going to play Mutt for 8, holding on to the Q. Oh, nice job by Chris spotting the hook of Dorn. The N on door. That's hard to find. What is Dorn anyway? Hey, but define Dorn. A thorn, South African. Okay, good to know. So Amit still has that Q, no real plan to get rid of it. He plays Jaguar for 26, holding QST. And does Chris have anything to that triple that's been opened up? Maybe he doesn't have a 5-letter word hitting the triple. I don't see anything. Maybe is Weir 5-letter words? Yeah, Weir is a... Okay, Rewan, that also works. So Rewan hits that triple, scores 39. Nice score for Chris, and he's pretty far ahead now. 73 points up, and finally Amit just exchanges the Q. Keeping a leave of, I believe, EST. We'll try to draw a bingo from that pretty soon. Hello in the chat. Hey, WTF, how you doing? Hope everybody's having a good Friday evening / Saturday night. All right, so Amit has drawn the blank after his exchange. He's got a good chance of getting back in this game now. Only down by 92, and he's going to bingo. At least I think he's going to bingo. What does he have? Oh, yeah, Swifty. Very nice. Swifty for 74. Saturday night. Where are you, WTF? Like Mars? All right, 49 for Ked. Nice comeback play from Chris, and he's got a pretty good lead still. After the bingo, he's still ahead by 62. If I can do math, yes, I can. So probably going to need to bingo again if you're Amit. Only 12 tiles in the bag. Going to be tough. Board is pretty close, but there is still the 2-2s hook, and Amit does have an S. He played Phi, keeping N-O-S-T. If you can draw a couple of vowels with it, maybe some E's or I's or A's, we'll see. Fist Note would have played. Good call by Wabin. Fist Note through the T was available, and Amit didn't spot that one. That's a costly miss, but he does... Ooh, does not bingo. Chris gets to the spot first. Malaise for 75, and that'll do it. Chris May is going to win game one. So yeah, a crucial bingo of Fist Note missed by Amit here, and Chris gets the bingo instead. He gets Malaise for the win, it would appear. Up by over 100 now in the pre-end game. Looks like there's no hope for Amit. He'll probably try and fish one tile, but it's not going to help. Yeah, oop, setting up soup, but he's not going to score nearly enough, even if he does bingo. And it looks like he doesn't bingo, as Vagrants won't fit. Yeah, there's no bingo that fits here. So a close game late turns into a little bit of a walk for Chris, actually, up by 137 all of a sudden. Chris May will get the victory here in game one. Looks like both players are doing okay-ish on the clock. Chris is looking like he's not going to go over his 3 minutes, and Amit only went a little bit over prior to this endgame. Sorry for blocking your screen with that cursor. I'll move it out of the way so you can see the board. All right, both players kind of playing out the string here, but it's pretty clear who's going to win this one. Chris is up by over 120 still. When is Will's match? Good question, Gidfather. I'll get to the schedule in just a second. All right, let's pop up on your screen, first of all, the score. It is 1-0 in Chris May's favor. Let's correct that, and then to the schedule we go. These are the rest of the matches in the weekend for Week 7. As you can see, Will Anderson is playing Ricky Pernomo at 1 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. I believe that is 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday night for Will, who is playing against Ricky Pernomo. Will and Ricky both streaming at the same time, so you can watch either one or both of those guys on Twitch. Lots of other matches, too, this weekend. We'll talk about them later. We've got to go back to the board as we begin Game 2 with Chris and Amit. So... after Chris wins Game 1, it is Amit to go first in Game 2, and he gets Hokey for 38, a pretty high-scoring opening play, keeping a T and a V as his leave. And Panier is drawn by Chris, so he's going to get the first bingo down, it would appear. Panier does play for 80 points, a pretty nice score. So Chris leads by 61 here early in Game 2. He's already up 1-0. Pretty good spot to be in here for Chris. What does Amit have here? He'd love to overlap Panier, but he doesn't have any vowel that goes over that R. No A, E, O, or U at all. Pretty bad luck that he didn't draw one of those. Twilight, though, nice play, just getting rid of some consonants and scoring a little bit, 18 points. Ooh, looks like a bingo here. I see Ingenue and Hunger. Very cool. Nice word by Chris May. 70 points for N Hunger, and it gets the challenge as well, +5. So a big lead for Chris here in Game 2, 196 to 78. Couldn't ask for a better start here if you're Chris. It's going to keep scoring, though. 42 for Boxed. 42, and back in the same centile as Chris. Still down by 76. Not a great draw here for Chris May. He's going to have to unload some duplicate R's, and he's also got a U that's kind of unwieldy. Not sure what he can do with these tiles here. Okay, Dura looks pretty reasonable. Only 22 points, but it gets rid of those tiles you want to get rid of. And terrible draw for Amit. He's got all consonants, and he'll just exchange all but the R. Trading 6, keeping an R is the choice there. Not a great draw for Chris either, as he's got too many vowels, including 3 I's. He plays a doi to get rid of 2 of the I's, keeping IR as his leave 2 turns in a row. We'll see how that goes for him. Once again, Amit with a big exchange, and he draws the blank. We saw that last game as well. He traded 6 and drew a blank. He does it again here. Does he have a bingo? I think he probably does. What is the bingo here? Looking for a spot for like roof tree or something. Let's look for sevens. Let's look for eights. Okay, no sevens at all. Bunch of eights, but do they play on this board? It's hard to say. Oh, something through the T probably, like beetroot is available. So yeah, so in this T in Twilight, you can get down beetroot. If I could type it, there we go. Probably some other options as well. You'd think I could find bingos more easily when I'm actually cheating and looking at all the answers, but even with that, it's hard sometimes. What else plays? What else plays with just the T? Just beetroot and romette, okay. Amit really taking his time here. Ooh, sad. All right, he just plays Vo for 12, so a costly miss as Amit remains down by over 100, and Chris catches a break there. Oh, there were bingos. Wait, Pootered, Proteome, and Proteose. Is there a P that I'm not seeing? I'm just blind today. Okay, so after that turn, it's going to be Chris with Zati for 26, and he's now up by over 130. Amit does get his bingo. It's Storage for 71, and what does Chris have in response? Is there a bingo here? Don't think so. All right, coin for 28, Chris decides. Chris still pretty comfortably ahead. We're going to see if Amit can get a bingo down anytime soon. Down by 67 here. Tough spot here for Chris. He's got the WU combination. Don't see a great spot to play them. Okay, what for 22? Not bad. And not quite a bingo here. I don't believe trivia is as good. Yeah, trivia does not take an S, unfortunately for Amit. So he gets 32 for Vitas, and it looks like this very high probability rack doesn't quite play on this board. No bingo available, I don't think. What am I missing? Don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, so Chris is just going to fish a little bit. He keeps EINRS, and Tribals is drawn here by Amit, but I believe there's no spot for that. He'll just play Bit, and ooh, there's the bingo. Chris hits him hard. 92 for Flinders, and a big lead now for Chris May. Looking like he's going to go up 2 games to none. You'll also notice that Chris has been very, very effective with the clock. He's only used 2 minutes and 11 seconds this game, and he's almost done winning game 2. Wow, a monster play with the Q as well. 110 for quote. Played instantly, I'll note. Chris just playing well and playing fast. He is tough to beat when he's playing like this. A lot of consonants for Amit. He's got to be pretty unhappy with how this match has started out. He's going to be down 0-2 real quick. Yeah, not really much to look for here. You've got all these consonants, and they don't really go any place too interesting for you. Yeah, pretty rough. He just plays the H and the M for 20 points, and Chris will go out. So Chris wins 562 to 311, a blowout win in game 2. Laptop freezing for a second. Sorry about that. And we're back. Sorry about the little laptop lag there. And Chris gets the win in game 2. He is up 2 games to 0. We'll see if Amit can battle back. Another look at the standings in this group. So Chris is 6-0 in matches, 46-8 in games. Amit 5-1, 37-17. With Amit's bad spread, he pretty much needs to win every match that he can. And being down 0-2 is a problem for Amit. We'll see if he can battle back. All right, Potters is the opening rack for Amit, and he bingos right away, but any soul comes right back for Chris. Both players bingo to start. So it'll be back to Amit, who's got a 32-point play of Fovea, I can't talk. Fovea keeping a balanced lead of BE, looks pretty solid. And there's plenty of places for Chris to play his H and his Y. He could play Ya or Hey in a whole bunch of different spots. We'll see what he wants to do with this board. Looking like it's going to be a fairly open board no matter what you play here, because the early bingos give you a whole bunch of real estate to play with. All right, he plays Chadouf. Very cool word, but Sobering comes down right away. Another Amit bingo, and Amit is ahead by 57 here. Pretty solid place to be. I see clergy as one option here. Leggy. Plenty of words that play through that G. Let's see what Chris decides on. He does play clergy. All right, 36 for clergy, keeping a T and a G as his lead, and he draws a lot of consonants with it, but the J is going to be interesting. I see Jingo as one option. Jingo is going to score quite well through that I in sobering. Chris only down by 40, and Jingo scores 42, so that's the lead for Chris. But Toluide shows up on the rack for Amit. Is there a spot for Toluide? I don't think there is, actually. So it looks like Chris catching a break here that Amit's bingo won't play. What do you do with this rack if you can't bingo? Oh yeah, outlied is also a word. Good call. I don't think there's a spot for either one of them, though. Hard to play any sevens on this board. You might want to just go fishy here. Yeah, Tolu keeping DEI, scoring a little bit, 22. Not bad. What do you have here? Almost Tommy Rot. You're like one tile off from that. That would have been sweet. I think you're also only one tile off from like, it doesn't matter, whatever. Moy for 34. Nice play by Chris. Chris takes the lead, but it's a small lead. Back to Amit down by 14. Yeah, a lot of talk in the chat about leggy versus clergy. Both pretty good plays. Close call for sure. Ooh, look at the extensions for clergy. Clergyable. Wow, that's the only 4-tile play. So look for a bull. There is one B still unseen, so it is possible. Is there any chance at all that one of those guys knows the word clergyable? I sure didn't. Wouldn't put it past either one of them, though. These guys know some stuff. All right, both players playing short here. 15 points for Amit and 12 for Chris on the next turn, so it's still a close game. Vowel heavy rack for Marvin here, Amit. He plays through it, and there's the bingo for Chris. Interbed gives him the lead. 45 points up, and still too many vowels on Amit's rack. This is trouble for Amit. Already down 2-0, and he's in trouble here in game 3 as well. What can he do with these vowels? You'd love to play off multiple I's if you can. It's going to be tough to do. Yeah, not seeing it. He plays Payu, keeping E-I-I-S, opening that triple as well. Wow, look at that draw for Chris. After interbed, he draws radix, E blank. I'm not sure if he can bingo or not, but either way, it's a great rack. You can always just play the X for some points. Now, bingo next turn, you're going to be just fine here. Yeah, Ducks takes out the triple, keeping A-E-I-R blank, almost certainly going to bingo soon. And what does Amit have? He's going to fish. He's going to keep easing as a 6-tile bingo stem. And not a great draw for Chris with the 2 vowels, but he might even have a bingo still. Irradiate, ACR8, I don't think either of those quite play. Actually, wow, Amit's fish of ID actually blocked bingos because ACR8 or whatever else he would have had would have played here. But now it makes a phony 3. I don't think Amit had any idea that he was blocking Chris's bingo by playing 1 tile, but somehow he did. Does Chris have anything else? I don't see it. I'm just looking for some kind of 5-vowel 8, AC Ridge, Agasiri, anything like that, but I'm not seeing it. All right, Chris fishes, and Amit gets his bingo. 74 points for vintages, and Amit is kind of back in the game, but Amit is probably still going to get bingoed on here. Chris still has that blank. It's a clunker or a tile pool, though. Ooh, Rueda. Very cool hook on Rude. I didn't see that. So Chris gets the bingo of Illyria and Rueda, and that should do it. He's up by a bingo, and Amit's drawn a pretty painful Q. You can play Clue through that E, but he's going to hold on to the Q if he does that. Yeah, not a very good draw at all. After the bingo, he gets the Q and the W and all that garbage. Oh yeah, sink is a word. Nice spot there. All right, but it doesn't matter what he plays. Chris is going to win here in game 3. Looking like it's going to be Chris May 3, Amit Chakrabarti 0 with 6 games still to go. A very solid start for Chris here. TWQ, there you go. There should be a rule that any player username is valid in this tournament. Marvin would be a good playable word. You could play a pretty high-scoring 6-tile play with Marvin sometime. All right, playing out the string here. It's going to be a win for Chris May. Final score is 472-393. Chris May gets the win in game 3, and he's up 3-0. Very solid start for Chris. Chris, of course, needs this win to stay in the race for first place with his countryman, Edward Oculitz. Edward is 6-0 in matches and 48-6 in games. Just a dominant start for Ed and Chris both. And so we're going to be watching every weekend, really, to see who can stay ahead in this race for first place. I believe that Ed is playing later this weekend against, I want to say, the 6th seed in this group, which would be Alex Tan. So we'll see who can win more games this weekend. Edward against Alex, or Chris against Amit. In any event, it's going to be a really exciting race. And then you've got Brian Bowman at 6-1 and Amit so far 5-1, also in the playoff race. A very exciting 4-man race for 2 playoff spots. Sounds like there's going to be a bit of a break here between Amit and Chris, just waiting for those 2 guys to resume their match. But in the meantime, I will just take another look at the schedule. So we're going to have a whole bunch more matches this weekend, as you can see. Looking forward to watching Josh Sokol against Irfan Siddiqui on Josh's channel. That's twitch.tv/actortypo at 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, which I believe is 10 a.m. Eastern, Saturday morning in the U.S. And then looking forward to Matthew O'Connor on his new Twitch channel, twitch.tv/64bit Scrabble. Matthew is playing Paul Gallen. That is a crucial matchup in the, I want to say, is that Group F? I can't remember. One of the groups, Falcon. Yeah, and so I believe Paul is 6-0 and Matthew's 5-1, so a crucial matchup there with a lot of playoff implications between those 2 players. Definitely looking forward to the double Twitch of Will and Ricky, both streaming as they play each other Sunday morning at 1 a.m. GMT. That's Saturday night in the U.S. and Sunday morning in Singapore. Looking forward to watching Edward Oculitz at twitch.tv/oglhat, OGLhat, as he is streaming the Andrew Fisher-Ryan Sutton match. That is an undefeated Andrew Fisher. Can someone type Matthew's channel? Yes, it is twitch.tv/64bit Scrabble. There you go. All right, back to the board. We're going to have game 4 now between Chris and Amit. All right, so Zag for 26 is the opening play by Amit Chakrabarti. Marvin. Busker 221, Chris May plays Vet for 21, and we're underway. I want to say adreds is a word. Is that right? Yeah, adreds is the bingo here for Amit. Can he find it? Yes, he can. All right, adreds for 75, and that gives him the lead. But Chris is going to have an X-bomb coming right back here. I'd imagine Yex is coming. No, he leaves the X spot open, playing the Q instead. Wow, that's a big point sacrifice, but he wanted to get rid of that Q, I guess. Hey, Jalopik 1 rating with a party of 7. Welcome from the Jalopik crowd. Hope you guys are having a nice Friday evening. Hope you guys enjoyed the James Curley versus Hubert Wee match. I believe Hubert got the win in that one. Yes, it is bright. I love the brightness. I hate dark mode. I'm all about light mode. Love those purple tiles. It's the Cocoa Purple. All right, so if you're just joining us, it is a very strong start to this match for Chris May, who is up 3-0 on Amit Chakrabarti. But Amit has been bingoing his butt off in game 4. He's got adreds, not ad reads, and hantles as well. So he is in very good shape here in game 4. And yes, Pio is an awesome word. You don't get to see Pio very often. Also for 40 points, a great play with all those overlaps. So Chris May is doing very well in the match, up 3-0, but Amit doing very well here in game 4. Hope you guys enjoyed James's stream. I didn't catch too much of it myself. I was busy setting up this one, but I imagine there was a lot of grumbling and sighing, complaining from both players because, you know, that's how they roll. I hear that James's stream is very uplifting to watch. All right, Divorce for 78 comes down. First bingo of the game for Chris May. He's still down by 20, and a very good rack for Amit. He's going to have a bingo here, I would imagine. I see Waistries through the S. James is all about the rainbows. I love it. All about the rainbows. What does Amit want to play here? Probably don't want to play Waistries through that S. That is just way too scary defensively. But I am Too slow to find something better than that. Can you bingo through this end, maybe? Tinwares, tar wine, anti-wear, watering, twangy. Oh, twangier. Twangier fits. Twangier opens a triple-triple as well. I don't know what to play here. Wardiest, that's a word. Oh, swattier. Swattier, that's a word. Okay. 72. That also opens a triple. Chris is going to challenge. It is good, though. So all of a sudden, Chris is down by almost 100, and he's got kind of an awkward rack. The J is looking not super great on this board. There is a spot to play, just like Gin or something. This looks pretty weak, though. You're still going to be down by a big, heavy bingo, and there's an open triple that your opponent will probably take out. So what are you going to do in that situation? Probably not win. What is there that's better than Gin, though? Tough to find a better play. Jun B11 and hope for triple-triple. Yeah, I guess that's a good idea. You're kind of giving your opponent a diversion here. Like they're going to play here at A12 and you're going to get the triple-triple, right? That's the idea. Not bad. That's what he does play. Okay, so Chris plays Jun and a heavy, constant heavy rack here. Maybe he does play Bach and the plan doesn't work. No triple-triple in that rack, that's for sure. Looks like no bingo at all. Do you just keep playing? Oh, he opens more triples. I love it. Chris is going for the win here. Aggressive play. I like it. See if it works out for him. 2 triples are open now and a little bit of an awkward rack. Adhan for 30 points. And did he get it? No. Alieners? No. Just C-line is the bingo from Chris, and it's not going to be enough. He's still going to be pretty far behind. 81 points behind and only 13 in the bag now. The triple is still open. It stayed open for quite a while now. Let's see here. No T for 14. No whatever other letter you can bingo with. I can't find anything else. All right, so refer, just taking out that triple and playing it safe. Looks perfectly fine here for Amit. He's up by 105 points, and there's no crazy bingos possible. I mean, who doesn't love opening multiple triple-triples? It's just the most fun thing to do. Especially in a tournament situation where spread is not too likely to matter, and you're going for the win, might as well try it. Oh, forerun, that's a word. Yeah, it's true. Might have been better than refer, but... Oh, misruling for 78. You love to see it. Look at that. Chris May with a monster 9-letter bingo. Wow. It probably won't be enough, but just an awesome play. So Chris pulls to within 20, and now it's Amit's turn. I think Amit still has this one. TRY are the last 3 tiles for Chris. He's got try. Try does play up here for, what is that, 16 points. It looks like Amit will still win, but just by a little bit. Wow, Lulu for 8. Oh my God, try for 21. I think he wins by a point. Oh my God. Chris May wins by a point. Misruling as a disconnected 9, and he goes out and wins by 1 point. Unbelievable. That is like the game of the tournament. I can't imagine a more crazy finish than that. Chris May, I'm just speechless. That is insanity. All right, Chris gets the win in game 4. Let's mark it up. Amit, man, I am sorry. I don't know how you come back from that. I don't know what to say. He's now down 4-0 in the match, and it's going to be really tough to battle back from a loss like that. That is just painful. Wow, he was up by 100 and some. Looked like he was just safe no matter what, and just a miracle bingo, and then, wow, just a crazy, crazy finish. Yeah, I think that if Amit had just found like a slightly higher scoring word, he would have been fine, but he just kind of panicked and low on time and all that. Man, Chris wins in a crazy, crazy game 4 by 1 point. All right, got to move on. Game 5. God, if you're Amit, I don't know how you move on from that. Like, how do you just like wipe that out of your mind and just move forward with game 5? If Amit wins the next 5 games, he's my hero. But that's going to be tough because Chris is playing awesomely well. Stupefy, very cool bingo here by Chris. 90 points for that. Just an awesome match so far for Chris May. Finding cool bingos like Misruling and Stupefy. Playing very fast as well. He hasn't had to worry about the clock at all. So, up by 100 already in this one is Chris. Looking to go 5-0. Let's see what Amit can do to come back. He plays Fadge. He's got too many vowels. He's keeping A-I-O as his lead with Fadge. Not very good. Looks like no bingo's going to play. Linotype would make Hexy, which is not a word. So, yeah, can't play this. All right, just Oni, keeping a pretty balanced lead of E-I-L-T. And Sawari is also not playable, I believe. Yeah, no spot to play Sawari. You could try Fadger. Maybe Chris will let you play that. Probably not. So what do you do here? Just audio is the choice by Amit. Keeping a good leave, A-R-S. He's going to try to draw something. Not a very good draw for Chris. He's got too many vowels now, and he might have to make a low-scoring play to get through this. Huh. What can he do? Maybe just I'd. Just a 17-point play to block things up a little bit and balance the rack a little bit. Okay, he lied. Similar idea, playing off more tiles. And it looks like Amit wouldn't have had a bingo anyway. He's got too many consonants. What do you do with this rack? A-C-D-I-R-R-S. Huh. So Amit is down by 107. The board is not very pretty. I mean, you can bingo through that E and Fadge. All right, so Cardi is going to open up a little bit more of the board. Is Cardi a word? I'm not sure of it myself. Hey, bot, define Cardi. Oh, it's a cardigan. Okay. Normal thing. Human beings know that. Okay, so Kanat, nice Q play for 48 points for Chris, and Jaiber, a J play for 44 for Amit. Both players scoring big here, and it looks like no bingo for Chris on this turn. He's got words like bromelia that don't play, laborism, etc. What do you do here? So you're up by a lot. You're up by almost 100 if you're Chris. You don't want to open anything up. You'd like to just keep scoring. Bimodal, 24 doesn't open very much. That's nice. Sprue, a good scoring play by Amit. He's going to have to bingo at some point, though. He's down by quite a bit. Chris has drawn a lot of consonants, but he's just going to try to keep scoring, I think. You know, Wart, there you go. 30 points and don't open the board at all. That works just fine. Amit has drawn the blank, but kind of a clunky rack with it. He's going to keep scoring. 24, sorry, for gift, not 30. So a 78-point lead now for Chris May on a board that's pretty dead. There are ways to bingo. Like you could maybe get something in line D here, maybe something in line N here, but it's hard to do and likely not going to score very much. So not a very good situation here for Amit. Avid is going to block one of the bingo lines, and Chris is up by 90 on a dying board. So just OH. Let's see. What letters does OI take? BHKMP. Okay, Chris has the P. He plays TARP. But that's going to open some bingos through that T in TARP. I don't think he's got anything on this board with this rack, but maybe he can make a fish that opens the board. Ooh, that'll open the board. Okay. Gite. His leave is what? ETU blank. And he might have a triple here. Probably not, though. Might have no bingo at all, actually. No spot for Toluene. What else is there in this rack? Outseen is a word. Just those two. Nothing through the G. Okay. So Outseen does play. That might be the only bingo that actually fits. Yeah, it looks like Outseen is going to have to be the play here. Interestingly enough, that does open a new triple-triple, so you can try to hit that one. Ooh, sad. Okay, so OE is not as good. 10 points for OE, and Kongu is going to take out the triple. Yes, I was outseen by Extra Typo. As was Amit. That is true. Ooh, I see Kunzite. But I don't think Kunzite's going to play. I don't think Unitize is going to play either. Difficult situation here for Amit. Cutenize? Oh, Cutenize plays. There you go. Amit is low on the clock, though. Can he find it in time? 30 seconds till he flags and loses the game. Needs to come up with something quickly. 20 seconds till he flags. Oh, he does find it. Wow, 107 for Cutenize. Very nice. Still down by 60, though. Looks like Chris is going to be 5-0. Seal comes down for only 11 points, but it's not going to matter. Chris is comfortably ahead for the 5th game in a row. He's going to take this one. So this looks like it was going to be a competitive match going into the night, but it looks like Chris has just made quick work of Amit Chakrabarti. His 5th win in a row. Very impressive fashion. If you're just joining us, you missed a crazy ending to Game 4 as Chris found a disconnected 9 and won by 1 point. Yeah, crazy stuff. Let's look at the schedule. Actually, let's look at the standings again. So Chris has just won the match. He will be 7-0 in matches through 7 rounds of this tournament, and he will have at least 51 game wins, possibly as many as 55, depending on how these last 4 go. So a very strong record for Chris May, but Edward Oculus is 6-0 as well, 48-6, and he is playing Alex Tan later in the weekend. So we could have a situation where Ed and Chris could be both 7-0 possibly, and Amit could be 5-2. Brian Bowman 6-1 is in the mix as well. So a very, very competitive playoff race. Brian is very much alive. I believe Brian plays Chris next week in what's going to be an epic matchup for those two guys. All right, back to the board as they are now underway in Game 6. Let's play 4 more games just for funsies. Why not? Chris May gets down Wex to start the game, and Salinize is the bingo from Amit. I would imagine Ucanes is coming here. Ucanes is the high probability bingo that I'm assuming Chris May will see, and he does. 83 points for that. So Chris looking to win as many games as possible as he is in a very close race for first place in the Buffalo group with his countryman and good friend, Edward Oculus. All right, 37 points for Juvie here. Nice play by Amit. Looking for maybe Po, P-O-H, or Chop, or Chog. There you go, Chog. Keeping IPT as your leave. Not too bad. And Ireland is not a word. Ireland, famously a 7-tile rack that does not bingo. And mixed some 8s, but I don't believe very many, and I don't believe any on this board. Anagram Ireland blank, but... Oh, okay, makes some bingos, 9 of them. But yeah, nothing plays here, and Amit just plays R for 29. Looks like he still hasn't drawn anything. He plays Avid for 27, just keeping a balanced rack, scoring a pretty solid amount. So, what happens now for Chris? Up by just a little bit, 14 points ahead. He plays Get for 10, pretty low scoring move, but wasn't much else to choose from there. You could do something with your Y, like maybe any here for 31 looks pretty solid. Looking at that Y hotspot, looks like a pretty attractive place to play. What is there to consider here if you're on Mitt? Not much. All right, he does play any. I would agree with that choice, and the K shows up on Chris's rack. I don't think there's much to do with the K here. Pretty balanced rack, 4 vowels, 3 consonants, but where are you going to score any points with your K? Ooh, Katipo, cool word. And it gives back antlered or renailed. Multiple bingos available here for Amit. Let's see if he can find renailed. I think that's going to be the highest scoring option. It's double-double. 86 points if he can find renailed. He does. All right, so 86 and the lead here for Amit. What does Chris have in response? Looks like not very much. We need a G for year long. All right, he'll just play Loy, keeping a balanced leave, 29 points. He's within 44 points of getting back in the game. Oh yeah, Ornately was blocked. Good call. Yeah, Ornately would have been nice. All right, so the good news for Chris is that his opponent's not drawing very well. Amit draws a bunch of D's and R's and a U. He plays Rudd for 13. And Chris draws the blank. That's huge. What does he have here? There's 2 D's to play through, but is there anything with a D? Obviously, Marooned won't fit. Wanderoo. Nice. Very, very nice. That might be the only bingo, in fact. What else is there? Oh, oregano. That's a word. Okay, good job. All right. Probably going to see something like bolds here. Bolds through the O and oregano can get rid of some consonants and score decently. Amit is now down by 5 points. Very close game with 19 still in the bag. Oh yeah, Aerotone also would have played. Okay. All right, so debt for 14. Amit playing through some difficult tiles here. We could have a close endgame possibly. Chris takes the lead with bum for 28. Huh. A lot of consonants still for Amit. And the board is closing up in terms of open vowels to play through. Not much you can do here. Really not much you can do here. I'm just looking and just not finding words. Maybe you play nth? No, you can't play nth here. I mean, this is just crazy. Just opening the easiest triple ever for your opponent. Oh, that's what he plays. Okay. Warming doesn't play, but something plays through that H. What plays through that H? Is homing a word? I can never remember. Hey bot, define homing. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, or harming. All right, Wham just takes out the triple through the H, and Chris has a pretty good lead now, up by 52. Getting close to the end of the game. Pretty awkward tile pool. It's going to be hard to draw a bingo with those tiles. Fishing the F, keeping ILPRST. He draws the E. Resplit triples. Okay, he might actually bingo. Wow. So after Rego comes down, I had to check whether it was Rego or Rego. It's Rego. Triples does play, and Amit is within 3 points, but Zo, Z-O are the last 2 tiles for Chris. Wow, Chris is going to win. Just play Zo anywhere valid, and you're good. Chris is going to be 6-0. You say Rego? Oh, like registration. I see. I'm learning new things tonight. All right, so Zo does come down, and Chris... Oh, wow, I can't do math. I'm wrong. Chris loses. So after Zo for 24, yeah, Amit scores enough to win. Okay. Okay, I'm very slow. Amit Chakrabarti gets his first win, 441, 426. Well, I confused the 2 players. That makes sense. I am a dingo. It's true. All right. Congrats to Amit on the victory. Gets his first win of the match. Off the schneid, so to speak, and it is 5 games to 1. All right, so Amit gets a victory here. Just a clutch bingo late of triples, and so I was confused because it was actually Amit who had ZO on his rack, and it was Chris who played QIN. I got you now. Okay. I believe it wouldn't be the first time that we've seen somebody go 5-0 and then lose the last 4, right? I want to say that Matthew O'Connor had a 5-4 in that fashion. So maybe we will also see Amit win 4 in a row after it stops mattering. We will find out. Oh, it was Josh against Matthew O'Connor. That's what it was. Forgot about that. All right, let's see if Amit can keep battling back here. Game 7 starts now, and it is Tari for 24 to open the game for Chris May. A lot of vowels for Amit. Maybe you want to play through them with something like maybe EAU. It plays here, I guess, 11 points. I don't know. Also plays here or there, all 11 pointers. Same score no matter what. All right, so what do you do now with these letters? Foy, keeping NNST. Chris is going to hope to draw some vowels. Decease is the bingo here for Amit. That's a killer word. Looks like he's got spots for it. Amit is really taking his time. He does find decease eventually, and tunnels is drawn by Chris. So an easy bingo coming right back. I think tunnels is the only bingo, right? No 8s with tunnels plus anything. Yeah, he'll just play tunnels for 72. Oh, decease would have made 5 overlaps, including TOC and AYE. Yeah, that's cool. All right, well, that's a little bit of a miss, but Amit is still very much in this game. On turn, sorry, no, Chris is on turn, and he gets the J play for 40. And opening up a spot for the F for Amit. He could play Foo or something, or Folio maybe. He does play Folio, keeping AR, looks pretty strong. And we got a close game here with Chris ahead by 16. He plays Nempt for 32, nice play. All sorts of nice plays by Chris May in this match. He's been doing well. Yeah, Josh points out a couple of 8s playable with that rack with an E or a T. You got Aerofoil or Farolito. Nothing doing though, unfortunately, for Amit. So a waiter is the bingo for Amit here, and I would imagine Trank is coming through that R. Ooh, no, missing Trank. He just plays QAT instead. That's a costly one. So he keeps a lead of LLNO, and he draws not very well. So a difficult spot now for Chris May, down by 55. He plays Klung. That'll unload a lot of the bad tiles. Keeping LNO. Ooh, heavy scoring stuff shows up for Amit. He's got the Z and the X now. He'll score quite a bit the next couple of turns, I bet. What do you do here with those tiles? Actually not the easiest thing in the world to use them. But I see Gazer as one option, just like into the... Yeah, he does play Gazer. 45 for Gazer, keeping what? DP... Oh, PDX. That is the airport code for Portland, Oregon. Always keep PDX. What do you do here? 3 O's. Not looking very good here for Chris May. Down by almost 100. He's going to have to unload some of these O's. Maybe you play Noob up here and open a spot to bingo. Try to hit this spot next turn. It's a little crazy, but maybe the situation calls for it. All right, just Boo for 23. That is a better scoring play, obviously. And I would imagine that, well, maybe you don't want to play picks. 38 points, but just a massive spot for your opponent to score. Probably don't want to do that. Maybe just XI is the safer option. XI would actually block bingos for your opponent because you can't really use this lane here anymore. So we'll see. All right, Crip is the choice from Amit. He's up by 98. And turns out that Chris really wanted that P for envelope and he didn't get it. The P is in a very closed off position. So finally XI comes out on the following turn from Amit, and Amit appears to be in very good shape here in game 7. So we could actually see the 5-0 and then 5-4 outcome we were talking about. Looks like Amit's going to have 2 wins in a row here. We'll see if he can win any more games after game 6 and 7 here. So Amit is up by 108 points with 10 tiles in the bag. Chris is just desperately hoping to bingo twice. It's going to be very hard to do. Especially because, little does he know, Amit has the second blank. Oh no, sorry, not the first blank, excuse me. There are 2 blanks out there. Okay, so Dineros is the first bingo for Chris, but actually, wow. We might see Chris Bingo again. What does he have? He's got to have something. Ianthine doesn't quite fit, I believe. But there's probably something. Ethician, thiamine. Maybe he doesn't have anything that plays. Amit is taking his time here. I don't think Amit has a bingo with his blank. It's possible that Chris doesn't either. Maybe neither one of them has anything. Wow, I'm just looking and looking and I don't see it. So Vised, uh-oh, you're asking for a disconnected 9, or a connected 9, I should say. Is there a 9? Probably not. Looking through the ID, looking through the EN, probably not. All right, so a desperation challenge from Chris May, it looks like, and it looks like Amit will hold on for the win. Crazy ending. Both players had a blank. Both players had a maybe bingo, maybe not kind of rack, and both players, it would appear, are not going to get their bingo in the end. And Chris goes over, so he is now down by 84, I think. So even if Chris does bingo, he's not going to win, it looks like. Too far behind. But he's going to take his time and look anyway, might as well. A loss is a loss either way, might as well try and find some kind of crazy miracle bingo. It worked for him last time, so, you know, might as well try again, right? Maybe he'll play misruling again. There you go. If you were just joining us, you missed an epic play earlier. Chris May, down by 100 late in the game, plays misruling as a disconnected 9, comes back and wins by 1 point. That is one of the craziest games of the tournament. Oh yeah, thanks to Josh for the clip there. You can go back and watch the replay. Anyway, Chris May is ticking away his final seconds here, looking like he's going to fail to find the miracle play here. Not that I think there is one, but in any event, Chris does time out, and Amit does get the win, his second in a row. So an impressive comeback brewing for Mr. Chakrabarti. He was down 5-0, and now it's 5-2, making this a little bit of a more competitive race. All right, on to game number 8. It is Amit first, and Amit has Jaeger for 42, a nice high-scoring play to open. Argu-Fies comes down right away, and this I don't think is a bingo, but it's looking close to some stuff. It's almost Thiofuran, but that's a 9-letter word, not an 8. What are the actual 8s? Are there any 8s? Maybe there aren't. All right, Junto is the choice from Amit. And, ooh, nice rack for Chris with the blank. What does he have? Booklets. Yep, he plays booklets. 80 points for that. Nice play by Chris May. He's going to have a decent-sized lead here early in the game, but Amit has... Well, Amit's got not a very good rack, actually. 3 R's and the V. Not a lot of synergy there. What can he do? Ooh, Vihara. Very nice find by Amit Chakrabarti. Getting rid of the excessive weird consonants, VH, and one of the R's as well. So maybe just OW here to take out that triple. Is there anything better than that? I'm not seeing it. Oh, okay, he just plays right. And ooh, leaving the spot for Amit to play Expo for 74. Big play, and Chris draws quite badly as well. This might be an exchange here if you're Chris. Probably not, though. You can play through it with some stuff. There's, if you want to get rid of your Q, there's QIN. You can also, okay, he does play QIN. 14 points for that. And earlier, a bingo coming here for Amit. He does play it, and still a pretty bad rack for Chris. Too many consonants, and they're not very synergistic consonants either. DHLMOVD. Wow, that's just, yeah, not great. All right, 40 points, though. Nice scoring play of Owl. And that actually puts him within 3. Yeah, Weben, you might have exchanged. I might have exchanged too. Probably would have exchanged the previous turn when he played the Q, right? Not when he played Owl. But iconic for 30 is a nice play from Amit, and he is in a close game here. 266 to 260. Amit is down by 6, but he's on turn. Stately, Stylate, I don't think those bingos are going to... Oh, they are going to play, psh, obviously. Line J is open there. Stately is the bingo he chooses. 71 points for that and the lead. The Z is on Chris's rack. I imagine he'll score a little bit with it. What can he do with that Z? He could just play ZE if nothing else. ZE here in the top left corner is a pretty good score. That's 38. Might be something better than that available. Okay, Yachts. That's going to keep a better leave. Yachts keeping EMNS. Might draw a bingo with that, which would be quite helpful since you are down by a bingo. Mayonads, Anadems. Those might not play. Oh, Dalesman. Dalesman plays, and he does play it. Nice job. 74 points for that, and very, very close game. Draftee is, I believe, not available on this board. I don't think he's got anything here. Very close game. 372, 371. Amit is on turn, down by 1 point. Oh yeah, Reflated was blocked. Also, Rafter doesn't quite fit through the R. If or diff? Huh. Maybe. Yeah, fish that F in that hotspot there. All right, Fed is the choice, keeping AERT. Going for that balanced leave and a maybe bingo. We'll see. Chris has the blank. Unseen to him are 3 vowels and 8 consonants. A consonant-heavy pool for Amit to work with. That's going to be tough. It's Chris, though, on turn with the blank. I don't think Chris has a bingo. Chris is now down by 28. He needs to score well here. He can't just fish, especially when his fish might not work on this board. Hard to bingo. What do you do here? This is very tough. You got to keep scoring enough to stay in this game, because this might end without a bingo. Tough tile pool, tough board. All right, he plays... Oh, he's going for a bingo for sure now. Toe for 8, keeping AEIP blank. And I don't know how this is going to go. He's probably going to draw consonants, and he knows that. So it's an interesting choice, because he's probably going to draw at least a balanced rack. But will it bingo on this board? He's got the Toya hook now. And toes is obviously a word as well. Unfortunately, no E for beer mats. Amit's got 30 seconds here. He can think a little bit. He does have the lead up by 20. 2 tiles in the bag. If you can play 1 tile and score, maybe you do that. But I don't know if you can really score enough to justify it. Josh pointing out, Ab runs into 09 bingos that block. Maybe you just play a lot of tiles here and have to go out next turn. Taubes, T-A-U-B-E-S. Okay, so Ramit is the choice, and ooh, this looks pretty promising for Chris. What has he got? Actually, maybe it doesn't. What does he have? Not seeing it. Pantines and Pinnated are the only bingos with a T. Nothing at all with an N. He might just not have it. Chris is committed to bingoing now. He's got to find one. And I don't think there's anything to be found. Yeah, so Chris, when he played toe and then when he went over in his clock, he was definitely saying, I have to bingo to win this game. He wasn't trying to just outscore. And I don't think it's going to work out. A tough board to bingo on, and he just barely doesn't have anything. Definitely close to some stuff. If there were a T that was out in a little bit more open space. If he had one more open square here for Paneer. Whoops, sorry for zooming in, my bad. If he had one more spot for Paneer, yeah, just doesn't fit. All right, so a desperation challenge of Ramit, but it is good, and Chris is going to time out, I think. He'll try a phony. Penitent is not good, and I would assume that Amit will challenge. He does. And that's going to be a timeout for Chris. So Amit gets the win, his 3rd in a row. Whoa, interspinal, very cool. All right, Amit gets the win. And despite being 0-5, Amit battles back, getting 3 wins in a row. Let's put up the game 8 on the board. It is now 5-3 with 1 game still to play between Chris and Amit. Chris will win the match, but Amit is putting up a very impressive fight after being 0-5. Let's play the final game here. Chris has the blank to start, and an interesting rack with it. He plays Warty, keeping N blank. I don't think there was a bingo there. Warty N blank. What do you got, bot? Nothing? Okay, nothing. Foisting on turn 2, though. 94 points for Chris and a big lead early, up by almost 100. The Z is on Amit's rack, but it's not a great board for the Z. Where do you put it? Okay, Toast. That's pretty good. 48 points for Toast. Nice high-scoring play there. Jink for Chris, another high-scoring play. The K on a nice hot spot. Too many vowels drawn here by Amit. He is down almost 100 and drawing 5 vowels with an M and a T is not going to cut it. You might have to exchange here. I'm not seeing anything better than exchanging. I wouldn't really like a play like, Imide or something. He plays Miney. Okay, 10 points for Miney. His leave is IT. Ooh, Minbar, very cool word for Chris May, keeping LL as his leave. And, ooh, this looks like something. Gyration is a word. Yeah, gyration does come down from Amit. And, ooh, allegory right back. Awesome bingos by both players, and that's going to put Chris back in the lead, up by 119. What do we have here? Ooh, caromed. Very nice. Wow, the bingos are just flying. Decenter for 86. So both players with back-to-back bingos, and just very impressive. Wow. So 369, 256. Chris May is comfortably ahead. Oh my God, he played allegory in the wrong spot. Are you kidding me? I'm just now seeing what you guys are saying in the chat. He could have played allegory through the G for a triple, but he plays it as a only a 86-point bingo instead. That is unfortunate. Wow. Yeah, that would have been a much better play. Epilogue, 76-point bingo for Amit, and the challenge is going to make this game close, but Chris is still ahead. Wow. Almost Infobon here if there was an open N, but no N. So Amit is now down by a bingo, a heavy bingo, 79 points behind. And yeah, what do you do here? You need to bingo eventually. There's 7 tiles in the bag. I mean, if you just want to make an equity play, you can play like Faux or Bow. He does play Faux, but like, what are you going to do now? There's not a lot of places to bingo. It's going to be tough to come back. Chris is ahead by 46. There's 4 in the bag. Probably don't want to empty it. You probably just want to score a little bit by playing 2 or 3 tiles and leave 1 in there. Ooh, almost Utopianist. That would be insane. Oh, I see what you're saying. Utopianist, yeah. Is that a word, though? Utopianist? It's probably not, right? Define Utopianist, but... yeah. Sad. All right, so in is the choice from Chris, scoring enough to put this one pretty much out of reach and leaving 2 tiles in the bag. 73-point lead, and I don't even think that Amit has a bingo anyway. Yeah, you can't quite fit Banalize. No K for Ikabanas, sadly. That would be cool. And with 2 in the bag, it's hard to fish for anything. You could try a 1-tile play that opens something up, but I don't even know what that would be. Yeah. All right, he'll just play 2 tiles, and he's got Naiads as his endgame rack, and I don't think that's going to go anywhere, so it looks like Chris will survive with a win here. What a crazy game. An unfortunate miss of Allegory for a triple-triple, instead playing, check my notes, Allegory. And other than that, a very well-played game and a lot of really cool bingos by both players. And Chris May is going to get his 6th win and a 6-3 victory in the match over Amit Chakrabarti. All right, Vast is the play by Chris, getting him to 500 points exactly. Nice score here in Game 9, and he gets a challenge for whiffs, which is good. So 505 with the challenge. Of course, Vast sets up the hook for Avast, but I don't think that's going to be too helpful here. So, pretty impressive win for Chris May in this game and in this match. Just a very well-played match overall. Seneda pointed out by Waven. I like it. You can try Seneda. All right, Singed is the choice by Amit. And just playing out the string here. Final tiles coming up on the board, and Chris May gets the win by a score of 521 to 434. So Chris May gets the win, his 6th in the match, and wins the match by a final score of 6-3 over Amit. So congratulations to Chris May on the win. Let's go to the standings in the group. This was how it looked to begin the day. Chris May will now improve to 7-0. He is unbeaten in the Buffalo group, but his last 2 matches of the tournament will be against Brian Bowman and Edward Oculitz in that order. Brian in week 8 and Ed in week 9. Very much looking forward to both of those matches. So Chris is 7-0. Ed is 6-0 and playing Alex Tanley this weekend. And then you've got Brian at 6-1 and Amit at 5-2. A very competitive playoff race, and Chris May adding to his case for a playoff spot with one more win over another very strong player this weekend against against Amit. Congrats to Chris on the victory. Let's look at the schedule for the weekend. A lot more matches coming your way. You just watched Chris May against Amit Chakrabarti. A lot of more streams coming up this weekend. We got Joe McGinley against Roland Oppie on his own channel, Joe's that is. And then coming up on Saturday, a lot of matches. Josh Sokol against Irfan Siddiqui on twitch.tv/extratypo. And then twitch.tv/64bit Scrabble is Matthew O'Connor. He is going to be streaming his match against Paul Gallen. Really looking forward to that one. That is a very important match with Paul at 6-0 and Matthew at 5-1 in the Falcon group. Very important match for the playoff race in that group. And then Doug and Lukeman, not on Twitch, but going to be fun to watch that one nonetheless. A great pair of players there. And then looking forward to Will and Ricky at Wander15 and Sonic Rick 78, respectively, on Twitch, both streaming their match against each other. A lot of cats on Will's stream, a lot of children on Ricky's, both entertaining to watch for different reasons. It's going to be a lot of fun. So looking forward to all the content all weekend long. Going to be a lot of fun to watch. I'm going to sign off pretty soon. Going to have some dinner and enjoy my Friday night. Hope you guys all enjoyed this broadcast of Chris May and Amit Chakrabarti. Congrats to Chris on the win, 6-3. I'm going to toss a raid in the direction of one of my favorite chess streamers because that's just how I roll. Let's toss a raid to Ben Feingold because he's hilarious and awesome. I'm going to do that. I'm going to say thanks to you guys for watching one more time. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the content all weekend long. Once more, I am Evans Clinchy. I am signing off. Hope you guys have a nice weekend. So long.